Hi there, and welcome back to Simply Explained English for easy language learning. I am Lisa.
And I am Eric. Hey everyone, we're here to make English simple and fun for you.
Today we'll be talking about some words you hear a lot.
That's right, Lisa. So sit tight, relax, and let's dive into our words together.
Okay, Eric, what are the words today?
The first word today is convenient. Then we will continue with to be willing to and to claim. Then time flies. And the final one is get on someone's nerves.
Okay, Eric, the first word is convenient. Can you start with it?
Convenient means something that is easy to use or access and saves you time or effort.
That's right, Eric. When something is convenient, it's helpful and makes your life easier. For example, living near the grocery store is very convenient because I can walk there quickly.
Here's another example. I love online shopping because it's so convenient. I can buy what I need without leaving my house.
Great examples, Eric. It's important to note that convenient is an adjective, so it describes a noun like a place, thing, or action.
Thanks for clarifying that, Lisa. Now, let's have a sample dialogue to show how we can use convenient in a conversation.
Hey, Mary, I heard there's a new coffee shop next to our office building.
Really? That's so convenient. Now, we can grab a quick coffee before work without going out of our way.
Definitely, and I heard they have a mobile app for ordering, which makes it even more convenient.
That's great! I love it when businesses make things convenient for their customers.
That's a perfect example of how convenient can be used to describe something that makes our lives easier and saves us time.
Absolutely. Convenience is so important in today's fast-paced world. Hey Lisa, what do you find really convenient in your daily life?
For me, my apartment has a washer and dryer, so I don't have to go to the laundromat when I need to do laundry. It is very convenient.
I totally agree. That's a game changer. For me, it's having a smartphone. It's convenient to have so many tools and information right at my fingertips.
Oh, definitely. Smartphones have made so many things more convenient, like navigation, communication, and even banking.
It's amazing how much convenience technology has brought into our lives. It's important to appreciate those things that make our days easier.
Well said, Eric. That's all for the word convenient. I hope our listeners have understood what it means and how to use it. Let's move on to our next word. Could you explain it, Eric?
The next word is to be willing to.
To be willing to?
To be willing to. It's a phrase that means to be ready or prepared to do something. It often shows that you're agreeable or open to helping out or taking on a task.
That's a good description, Eric. For instance, if you say, "I am willing to help you move this weekend," it means that you're ready and happy to help you move.
Right. Another example is, she was willing to stay late to finish the project, meaning she agreed to stay longer at work to finish the project.
Perfect examples, Eric. Now, let's use to be willing to in a sample dialogue to see how it is used in conversation.
Our school is looking for volunteers for the community cleanup day. Are you interested, Maya?
Sure, I'd be willing to help out. What do we need to do?
We just need to pick up litter, plant some trees, and clean the park.
It sounds good. I'm willing to do everything needed to make our community cleaner.
This dialogue nicely shows how willing a person can be to help his community.
Exactly, Lisa. It is great to see people ready to support open and useful activities. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to be willing to do something unexpected, Lisa?
Yes, once at work, our team looked for someone to present our project to the clients, and I was nervous. But I was willing to make the presentation.
That's courageous of you, Lisa. I had a similar experience. At the last minute, a friend of mine suddenly needed someone to watch their pet while they were away. I was willing to help because I knew how important their pet was to them.
It's all about being ready to help or take on challenges, isn't it, Eric?
Yes, Lisa. So, for our listeners, remember that to be willing to means being ready to do something and wanting to do it.
Well said, Eric. We hope we've made our listeners more willing to learn and teach new words in English. So, let's move on to the next word.
The next word is to claim.
To claim.
To claim. It means to say that something is true or that something belongs to you, even if it may not be certain.
That's right, Eric. When you claim something, you are saying that it is true, but it may not be true. For example, he claims to have met the president, but I don't believe him.
Here's another example. I claimed the last piece of cake because I saw it first.
Good examples, Eric. It's important to note that to claim is often followed by a noun, or a clause that describes what is claimed.
Thanks for pointing that out, Lisa. Now, let's have a sample dialogue to show how we can use to claim in a conversation.
Hi, I'm here to claim my lost backpack.
Can you describe the backpack and tell me what was inside?
It's a blue backpack with a red stripe. I claim that there was a laptop and a notebook inside.
Okay, let me check our records. Yes, we have a backpack matching that description. Please sign here to claim it.
That's a great example. The meaning of to claim in this dialogue is about ownership. This is the other meaning of claim.
Definitely, it's a useful word in many situations. Hey Lisa, have you ever had to claim something that was lost?
Yes, I have. Once, I lost my phone at a restaurant and had to go back to claim it. Luckily, someone had turned it into the manager.
Oh, really? I can imagine how stressful it must be to lose something important like a phone.
It was definitely a stressful experience, but I'm glad I was able to claim it and then get it in the end.
It's always a good idea to keep an eye on your belongings and to know how to claim them if you lose them.
Absolutely. And it's also important to be honest when claiming something and not to claim things that don't belong to you.
That's a great point, Lisa. Honesty is always the best policy.
Well said, Eric. That's all for the word to claim. Let's explain the next word.
The next word is time flies.
Time flies.
Time flies. We use this expression to mean that time passes very quickly, especially when you're busy or having fun. It's not a literal phrase, but it's a very popular way to express how we feel about time when it seems to go by fast. For example, you might say, "Time flies when I play video games."
And another example is, "Can you believe it's already April? Time really flies."
Those are great examples. Now let's look at a sample dialogue. Imagine two friends, Mia and Leo, who are catching up at a coffee shop.
Leo, isn't it crazy how fast our college years went by?
I know, Mia. Time flies. It feels like just yesterday we started college.
Seriously. And now here we are, getting ready to graduate. Time flies by without us realizing it.
Yeah, we've got to make the most of it while we can.
This dialogue shows how the phrase "time flies" can be used to express surprise or nostalgia about how quickly time passes.
It really captures that feeling well. Eric, do you ever find yourself saying, "Time flies"?
All the time, especially when I'm busy with work or when I realize how quickly the seasons change.
It's a common feeling for sure. For our listeners, think about the last time you thought, "Time flies." What were you doing?
This is a very useful idiom for moments or situations when you don't realize how quickly time is passing. Okay, that's all for the explanation of the phrase "time flies." Try using it when you're chatting about how quickly things move in your life.
We hope you found this idiom helpful. Okay, what is the last word, Eric?
The last word is get on someone's nerves.
Get on someone's nerves.
Get on someone's nerves. It's an idiom that means to annoy or irritate someone, usually by doing something repeatedly.
When you get on someone's nerves, you are bothering them, and making them feel frustrated or angry. For example, my little brother always gets on my nerves when he comes into my room without knocking.
Here's another example. The noise of the building work outside all the time is really getting on my nerves.
Good examples, Eric. It's important to note that get on someone's nerves is an idiomatic expression, so it doesn't literally mean that you are physically on someone's nerves.
Thanks for clarifying that, Lisa. Now, let's have a sample dialogue to show how we can use get on someone's nerves in a conversation.
Hey Mary, can you please stop tapping your pen on the desk? It's getting on my nerves.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I didn't realize. I was doing it. I'll try to stop.
Thanks. The tapping noise without stopping really gets on my nerves and makes it hard for me to concentrate.
I understand. I'll be more mindful of it in the future.
That's a great example of how get on someone's nerves can be used to express annoyance or frustration with someone's behavior.
Definitely. It's a common phrase in everyday conversations. Hey Lisa, what gets on your nerves? Have you ever had something that really got on your nerves but turned out to be funny later?
Oh, yes. Once, my neighbor's dog would not stop barking early in the morning. It really got on my nerves at first. But later, we found out he was barking at a balloon that kept moving with the wind. We all had a laugh about it later.
That's a funny story, Lisa. It shows how sometimes what annoys us can also bring us joy later.
True. What about you, Eric?
When people interrupt me when I talk, that really gets on my nerves.
Yes, that's so frustrating. It's important to be respectful and let others finish speaking before jumping in.
Absolutely. It's all about being considerate of others and their feelings.
That's so true, Eric. Well, that's all for the idiom get on someone's nerves in our podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to Simply Explained English. We hope you found today's episode informative and enjoyable.
Remember to join us next time as we continue to simplify and explain more English phrases and words.
Until then, keep practicing your English and stay curious. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.